future of Important Inc. When I think about the future, I can look to my left, I can look to my right. Bringing these two gentlemen into the fold, Kenny Glenn, Dominic Cantrella, have really helped take our Important Inc. business to the next level. You know, as I talked about before with the past, starting at Roger Bacon, all the way to all the schools, almost 18 schools, hopefully 20 this school year. And then looking beyond, you said it best, the world.
Yep.
Right, we talk about Greater Cincinnati, we talk about Ohio, we talk about the Midwest, the country. If you think about the world's getting smaller with social media.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we go to Honduras?
Yep.
Why can't we go to Dubai? We have connections in those places. Kids need help. And I think we'll get to that point. But there are, I think, several things that need to happen for us to get to that really big dream that we have. We talk to the kids about dreaming big, so we should dream big, right? We have a great board of directors. Jack Overbeck is our board chair, and we have so many people that have put in hours to kind of help us form what we're doing, get the proper funding, get connected to superintendents. I think one thing's key when we talk to these schools, you got to know who to talk to, right? It's like you have to talk to superintendents, to principals, you have to be able to speak their language of schools. And I think our board of directors have done a great job in helping us with that. Patty Haddon has so many years of experience. Margaret McClure, she's just been amazing, you know, with us. Cam McClung with Morgan Stanley. You know, so many people have truly, truly helped us get to that next level. And we are thinking bigger. Kenny, you talked about the world. We can do it.
We can.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now, what do you think we need to do to make it to that level?
Yeah, man, we have to tap into those connections that we have internationally. So whether it's Honduras, Dubai, even Africa, right? Us having connections in those places will allow us to grow on a global scale.
And when we talk to young people, we talk about goal setting, right? In our small groups, we talk about long-term goal, short-term goals. So if our long-term goal is to impact the world, we have to look at our short-term goals. We have to do more schools in Greater Cincinnati.
Yep.
We have to do more schools in the state of Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. So schools out there, we would like to get into your school. We have a diverse portfolio of schools. We talked about Deer Park, St. Bernard, Woodward, St. Mary School in Hyde Park. We're in so many schools that have kids from different demographics, all boys. We're going to soon be in all female schools. We can go about anywhere and have impact, but we need more schools to have impact and grow, you know, our staff. And bringing Dom into it. And Dom, I think your story is so impactful for these kids. I don't have the story you have, and you have, I think, a great tagline. Can you tell them about your tagline?
Yeah, so my tagline, I tell every assembly, is through every dark night, there's a bright day ahead. Letting these kids know no matter what you go through, no matter how hard it gets, it always gets better. Like I said, through every dark night, there's a bright day ahead. Do not give up and keep going.
Like Dom said before, we go and speak, kids are DMing you, reaching out to you saying, I felt what you said. I'm going through that. What's the bright day? What do I need to do? And that's the type of impact we have with these young people that help us get to that next level. Evan Johnson has said to me many of times, if you can go into these assemblies or small groups and impact just one kid, you're doing your job. Right. But I think we're impacting way more than just one kid.
For sure.
I'd agree.
Yeah. So Kenny, he's got a very impactful tagline, but I love when we start our assemblies, you start us off with so much energy. And I think the kids really relate to what you have to say right off the bat. Can you give everyone your tagline?
Absolutely. So my tagline is, failure is where the lessons are. So society and social media only post the highlights and the successes. But students have to know that there's two sides to everything. And so knowing that when we fail at stuff, we can learn from it, right? And fail being an acronym. So find an important lesson. And so showing students that, yes, I've encountered some failures, they'll encounter some failures, make some mistakes, overcome some obstacles, but it's all about what they learn from it and then eventually get to their version of success, being more confident and courageous.
Yeah. And I talk about my tagline is there's no success without sacrifice.
Yep.
We've all had to make tremendous amount of sacrifices in life to get to that next level. So when you have that goal, my goal was to play for the University of Cincinnati when I was 9 years old. I had to make a lot of sacrifices just to make it as a walk-on. I had to give up going to the frat parties, eating all those Domino's pizzas and Arby's sandwiches and having to eat healthy and change up, my diet. A lot of those sacrifices when everyone in college was partying and eating all that stuff, I couldn't, but I knew I had a different goal than everybody else. So I talk to kids about that. Learn to make sacrifices now and the success will come. And if you look at all of our taglines, when we speak, so many kids out there relate to our message. Dom might speak, and there's a group of kids that hits home with Dom. Kenny Glenn, he starts to talk. A group of people hear him. They hear me. Nella D comes forward and gives her line. Like you said before, everyone's a different rock star everywhere we go. And that's truly the beauty. And as we expand our staff and get more diversity with our staff, getting more females, Spanish speaking, multi-language folks, again, the world. We will impact the world. Also funding. As we go to that next level, we need to get more funding to be able to do this and expand out, our staff. Funding's the key. Our board of directors have been great with funding. If there are any businesses, if there are any individuals that want to give back, help sponsor a school, small groups, it help us expand that out. And that's going to be key. So getting into more schools, being creative with the funding is going to help us get to that next level. And like I've said, the meat and potatoes of what we do and what we do moving forward is going to be the small groups. And my guy, Kenny Glenn over here, is amazing at small groups. And when we go into these small group sessions, we lead these things like a check-in and kids introducing themselves. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So as great as I am from a public speaking standpoint in assemblies, what I love most is definitely the small group sessions because we get to be more intimate and kind of turn into teachers, but not from a curriculum standpoint. And so still able to relate to the students, but they're more confident and courageous in speaking to us. And so love the topics as well because the students are more engaging and interactive because it's a smaller setting.
Yeah, we were just at Seven Hills High School, where we're filming this, and we had a great small group there, and some of those kids reached back out to the athletic director and said how impactful just session number 1 was, and all we did was do an introduction.
That's it.
And let kids be the star, right? So just imagine if we start multiplying that out, if we're at almost 20 schools this year, next year we get to 40. And we're all over greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and then eventually the world. But we need help. We need help getting into more schools, and we need more funding. We need businesses. And a lot of businesses out there want to help. Individuals want to help. Well, a lot of business owners, a lot of people in the community have kids. Their kids are impacted. They understand the work that we are doing, and we need your help. So in order for us to grow in the future of what we do, Kenny Glenn, Dominic Cantrella, Nella D, Evan Johnson, Taylor Keaton, Brandon McIntosh, our entire board of directors, myself, our new social media director, Hannah Keaton, and everyone, if you could help us grow, make Important a worldwide brand. For those that would like to learn more about Important Inc., you can check out our website, read up on all the things we're doing, all the different people that are involved in the organization, and please go follow us on social media and check out our journey.